Chapter 11. Interior, hyperreal space. Fake Fazal, resplendent in a gold lame suit, is linked on one side by Di Firenze and on the other by Muller as they parade down an endless golden yellow brick catwalk that leads to the Emerald City of Oz. Adoring fans line the route.
This is the IA Network Evening News with Farouk Fazal.
Special to share a new newscast with the tele-legend Fuzzy Wuzzy.
Uber style, and I have moistened in anticipation. Dorothy Muller.
Now for serious on the trackiversary.
Da. Halt. The Orgasmatron.
This evening's headlines. Vogue designer Muller announces a tribute celebration to mark the first anniversary of the tragic death of Hale Vanity, the only icon of our times, at the Kensington Peace Rally. The new chic. Communism meets rock and roll. That's right. The Cold War is back in this winter's collection and at the theaters. It's all quiffs and quandaries, and you'll be mad to miss it. Record hurricane winds batter Western Europe, taking down some network access. We say, don't panic.
I don't believe this. You're letting her do it again. Every rule, every resolution made by this committee is always corrupted by her ego.
Interior, ramshackle palace stateroom, morning. Kutz stands looking out of the grand sash window as all other members of the Congress sit around an old dining table, chaired by Briscoe. Ingham thumps the table.
Soon we will have nothing.
Do put a cork in it, Stephanie.
What Professor Ingham is trying to say is...
Our Constitution has been completely abandoned for the sake of this operation. If we can't be a democratic organization, then we are no better than Mannycapra.
What's the point of our existence then, Steph? To hide out in Siberia, debating protocol and playing with test tubes? Or to effect real change?
I know what you're after, Kutz.
Let's not make this personal.
Scanlon enters the boardroom.
I'm surrounded by imbeciles.
He embraces Ingham and Nkono and shakes Cruz's hand. Montgomery issues him a curt nod.
I'd like to know where our host has been lately.
Running a business? That is none of your business.
And how do we know that you haven't compromised us?
You know, me is hiding in plain sight. Doing me time. And me time is right.
This is a shambles, Christian. He thinks he's fucking...
Everything is going to plan, Katja.
I smell shit. He is at best incompetent, at worst feeding information to our enemies.
Methinks you all be dead if I did that, Duchess.
This prick is up to something. We should never have trusted him.
Duffy Scanlon has more to lose than all of us. We are his guests.
Ah, yeah.
But I do think we should make a tactical withdrawal, given what Mannycapra knows.
He knows that we are coming for him. Good.
Featherblade enters to Scanlon's chagrin.
Be right in the middle, Raza. What is it?
He's back. Coyote man be outside. Shitting's gonna start. Gonna be terrible. Boom, bang, killing.
What now?
Scanlon emits a gleaming smile, as if to smooth it all over.
We have a local problem. Guy who likes to act like a cowboy.
Kutz cranes her neck out of the window. She spots the Adler rising slowly on the hydraulic lift.
Monty, take a look at this.
Montgomery joins her.
Z-class tank.
Why are we so vulnerable to attack?
I can take care of them.
Scanlon waves his arms around.
Ain't necessary, people. Best just leave and be.
What? Ridiculous. He's a clear and present threat.
We'll be fine.
Montgomery checks his pistol and ammo belt. Kutz purrs with delight.
Go, Monty.
Ingham shakes her head.
This is what turns you on. A bit of violence.
Can I come watch, Monty?
Only if you promise to keep your distance.
Exterior, Kensington Palace Gardens, morning. The Adler sits atop the platform, waiting. Montgomery creeps out from behind the gates. Cutts, Briscoe and Scanlon watch on.
Bad idea.
Allow Monty to demonstrate how we do things professionally.
Scanlon shakes his head. Featherblade shrugs. The barrel of a Winchester sticks out of the dome on the back of the Adler. Crazed laughing can just about be made out from within. Montgomery walks out in front of the Adler in plain sight.
Dead as fried chicken.
The laughing from within the Adler stops. A beat. Montgomery unhooks a pouch from his belt and takes a silver ball in the palm of his hand. The laughing starts again, this time hysterical. The ball drops on the cracked tarmac, developing its own kinetic energy as it bounces towards the Adler, getting higher and higher.
Goodbye, fool.
It reaches the platform and rolls along the surface directly underneath the car. Montgomery heads back to the gates.
1,000. 2,000.
Boom. Smoke. Debris. The platform is in tatters. Cutts gives Montgomery a warm kiss.
Such insouciant lover.
Briscoe bristles. Scanlon and Featherblade continue to watch the platform, and as the plume of dust and smoke settles.
Hold on a tip-top.
Laughing. Hard, hyena cackles from the ether. Montgomery slowly stops congratulating himself and turns to see the Adler lying on its back but fully intact. The dome expands sideways, pushing the car upwards before gravity brings it back upright on its wheels.
You've got his attention. That is all. Bad.
We should return inside.
That won't do us no good, Chief.
Cutts grabs Montgomery and they all scamper back to the palace, leaving Scanlon and Featherblade. The Adler cruises up to the gates. Feet away, it stops. Scanlon and Featherblade brace themselves. Interior, Adler, morning. Hardyman is looking 18 again and holds his ribs laughing. Mannycapra falls about himself. A red arrow follows Montgomery as he runs into the house. It picks up his heat signature within the building.
Shall I neutralize the assailants, sir?
Mannycapra waves a hand and hugs Hardyman. The signature vanishes and the car starts to move away as Scanlon and Featherblade ogle the tinted window, unable to see the occupants. Mannycapra sighs and pulls Hardyman close.
I really miss you, Hardy. You cheeky boy. Japes and jackanapes.
Exterior, Kensington Palace Gardens, morning. The Adler trundles away. A few bullets ping off the car. Scanlon bites his lip.
Weird.
Let's get back to the big house.
Interior, palace bedroom, morning. Brontay watches the tableau. Maria comes up behind, holding her. Brontay strokes her hand.
Go away. You're not real.
Maria vanishes.
Tell them I'm ready.
Interior, ramshackle palace stateroom, morning. Cutts watches out of the window, joined by all the other Congress members.
We're sitting ducks. I told you.
Briscoe shepherds his colleagues back to the table.
Comrade Cruz, is the virus holding?
Yep.
Then we go. As soon as he makes physical contact with our subject, it's game over. So, tell me again. Why the piss do we have to retreat, Stephanie?
Ingham sucks her teeth. Scanlon enters and sits himself down.
Oh, what did I miss?
Exterior, Favela's alleyways, night. Astride the pillion, Fazal gurns and buries his head into Angelo's back as his pilot pulls the throttle and the bike skids, bumps, and jumps through the thin thoroughfares of West Park.
Whoa!
Exterior, Albert Hall, night. No show tonight. The place is deserted aside from deconstructed man leaning against the hood of his Dodge, waiting for the bike which pulls over next to him. Fazal stumbles off to the amusement of the American. Angelo sneers at deconstructed man, flips down the lid of his visor and rides off.
Shall we?
We shall.
Interior, Albert Hall, night. Scanlon props up the bar, sucking on a can of Red Stripe, a lone barman for company, cleaning glasses. He barely registers the presence of the two men as they approach.
I am Supermondo privileged, yes. Last time I came here, some door gorilla nearly took my face off.
It would have been an improvement.
Deconstructed man looks around for others, doing his best De Niro impression.
Is this it? I must confess to being a tad disappointed, Faz.
Tis a good job I like this man. NYPD swine. The things I have to countenance. Boy.
How would you like me to burn this little operation of yours, shitlocks?
I thought your dirty Puerto Rican has gone nuked in the old city. Cockroaches and Grace and Suarez. True survivors of Armageddon.
Well, it seems that only the strongest survived. 3 sources hovering over this shithouse ready to torture asses say I'm on a different gig now.
Scanlon looks at Fazal as if he's really screwed up this time.
What about our little contretemps in that subway tunnel? We've got plenty to rap about, baby kids.
Deconstructed man lights up.
Barman, beer, cold.
The barman slides over a bottle. Deconstructed man chugs it down.
Now that was all I wanted. Why did it have to be so hard? Real place, real beer. Now if you don't mind, Rasta Pasta, business.
Scanlon sucks his teeth and slaps the bar.
What do you make of pork chop here?
The barman approaches. It's Vasily. He helps himself to a beer.
Cute. Do you work out?
Time is running out. We can't be fussy about who we do business with. This is an opportunity.
Fazal scribbles notes. Scanlon lays a meaty paw on his book and snatches it away.
Later.
Shit, Duffy. Why do you keep shutting me down?
No.
Fazal shrugs and sits on a bar stool.
While we got this nice little sausage party together, I'd like to pitch something.
Scanlon and Vasily watch him. Deconstructed man spells his words out with his hands.
Operation Clip the Big Boss and share the spoils.
Keen.
Vasily shrugs.
It would be very awkward for even me to meet him personally. Whenever I'm in a room with him, I'm not sure whether he's actually there or whether the fucking room is actually there.
We know.
Of course you do. Russian, right? Right. Da, huh. Here's the thing. There's always a way. You two don't want the Congress to know anything about your side of the plan. Mercenary, old school. I like that.
Mr. Suarez, what have you got for us?
What have you got for us? Huh. Look at him. Fucking ox of a man.
Deconstructed man waves his hands like he's a cabaret singer.
Several months ago, we picked up a female going by the name of Alexandra Brontay. Well, I can tell you, it wasn't nice, but we went to town on this little shitbird. I interrogated her when she was clinically comatose. Can you believe that? Modern science.
Aye.
Anywho's, it turns out that she is some kind of time bomb, set to explode when there's a personal contact with the boss. Clever, huh? Not only that, but it seems that old Briscoe really knows the right buttons to press, because this woman's DNA contains something that Mannycapra would love to get his hands on.
Scanlon and Vasily watch, expressionless. Fazal twitches.
Mannycapra wants it all for himself. It's all to do with this goddamn code. It's why I had to chase Rumpelstiltskin's ass here all the way from that sewer back to the favelas.
Scanlon frowns.
It's all true. And you know it. Brontay's as near to perfection as there has ever been with all this weird shit. Contains the very thing which will whack Mannycapra if he gets too close. I mean anything. A hair, dead skin, a breath. even the steam from her piss. Let me tell you though, Mannycapra's white coats will spot a stunt like that in seconds, and you won't even fucking see them. So Briscoe sends their girl in, on a hiding to nothing. He knows that it probably won't work, but that don't really matter to him, because, and get this,
they lean in.
What he's really after is to make the chief suffer. To make him know how close he is to achieving his final ambition of physical immortality. Super motherfucking human status. No more drugs, permanent. And what's more, full adult cloning, so he can remake himself ad infinitum. But I know that other people are holding cards to their chest. What they don't realize, Mr. Albertini, is that I have X-ray eyes. Got him chasing dime a dozen trash like your friend here back in the good old days of law enforcement.
Vasily's jaw tightens. He cracks his knuckles.
You're far too well trained to do anything rash, Vasily Nedvedev-Korsakov. So let's not try to kid a kidder, eh?
Boned.
Don't be so negative, Holmes. I come in peace. So, back to the plan.
He snorts down the rest of his beer and taps the empty bottle on the bar. Vasily rolls his eyes and fetches another.
One Brontay that won't trip their alarms to pave the way for the clone that has all the toxic shit in her system. It's a neat trick, the old one too. And I ain't surprised that you want to keep it away from your bosses in the Congress. Makes sense, I suppose. One thing we all know about Mannycapra is that he collects all kinds of weird. A couple of bona fide human clones with the secret immortality coded into their DNA will be irresistible to him. Tell him about the honey, Mommy.
Vasily confronts Scanlan.
How did this cheap carpet-bagging fuck find out?
Vasily Rasta. No idea.
Deconstructed man alights his stool and drains his second bottle.
Boys, even though I've had enhancements, I have to say, I've missed the simple pleasures of downing a few suds with some fellow working men. Putting the world to rights.
He begins walking away.
What do you want?
To play the game, that's all. I tried running, got me nowhere. On the other side of this, there will be spoils to share. And gentlemen, I will be joining you at the table.
Deconstructed man strides away.
Strange bastard.
You brought him here.
Nice to see you after all these years, Vasily.
Kurtz is sniffing us out. It's why I let Faz go, but he came back.
That's what a good reporter does.
Oh, he came back with that sack of shit.
Whichever side of the fence our prick is on, I don't think it's sabotage. He's right. He could shut us down, but I know mercenary pricks, and that mercenary prick is scared.
Vasily looks Scanlan in the eye, leaning across the bar.
We go day after tomorrow. Get her ready.
Vasily nods. Scanlan shoves the notebook back into Fazal's chest. Interior, hyperreal space. Inky blackness. Fractal geometry pulsates and throbs like living organisms. Bright neon colours burn through the darkness as we enter a quantum state. Sex noises and a female humming a tune. Then jazz.
A riveting docudrama coming soon only on the Vogue subscriber network. Subscribe to Perch Like the Christmas Fairy and receive 2 free sex voucher credits to visit the Celtic Myths and Legends Fuck Park. Offer is open until 31st December. This unique opportunity is available to bronze and above Vogue card holders only.
We may need to tweak it a little.
Interior, boardroom, day. Mannycapra observes the empty leather chair usually occupied by Hardyman.
Where's Hardyman when I need him, eh? Deado? Poor chappy Hardy?
Guinness hovers, stoking the fire.
Shall I summon a projection of him, sir?
Mannycapra angles his chin.
Only have to think it, and he's here. But he's not here anymore.
The thought grinds on Mannycapra's conscience. He savours his own guilt. Feeling something is better than feeling nothing.
You're an old algorithm, Guinness. I can't bring myself to upgrade you too.
Gratifying, sir.
The mundanity and intellectual poverty of all this neo-tabloid trash kills me. Essential as it is to the survival of the company. The same tricks, repackaged ad infinitum and shoved down their throats. But I'll say this for the record. Hardyman was so good at it. If he wasn't such a petulant little shit, I'd begin to regret replacing him with a machine.
Captain Montgomery is on your direct line.
Mannycapra straightens up, the playfulness returning to his face.
Monty, old boy. Oh, excelente. Patch him through.
Montgomery appears on the Chesterfield. He adjusts the cravat on his neck like it is a ligature.
You look like you'd shit your pants, Sonny.
Not funny. You could have warned me you were going hunting or whatever that was.
There's a premium on fun these days, Gene. And your face. Fucking hell.
Montgomery shuffles on his feet.
You could have wiped them all out there and then. Why not?
The same reason I enjoyed looking at your face. So, what have you got for me?
She's on her way, Mannycapra.
Good-o. Well, little more to say than see you on the other side. And cheer up. Won't be long now.
The Frenchman makes to walk away.
So what else have you got up your sleeve?
Montgomery sneers and vanishes.
Ha! See? This is my point. Hardyman would have loved this.
The future is. Hail folk. Hail vanity. Hail you. More episodes soon. Subscribe.